Can I tell you a Valentine's Day love story?
Oh, yes.
Or
This is the text
a
message
former
you
love
got?
story? Well, thank you very much, Eric, yes, for texting.
Sup?
That's not what he said. He said, I have gray hair. He was a little more, I don't know, my age, whatever. He was a little more discreet, but he did tell me he had gray hair because I was going on about Roy Dupuis being such a handsome man and how his gray hair and gray beard and blue eyes are so hard to interview a guy who looks at you like that. It's
How
actually
do you
'cause he's
manage
kinda
to
shy.
do the whole show with Sean and Doug and me?
I don't know. It's a challenge, but I kind of just keep my face down on my script.
Just don't look us.
Tunnel
Don't look
vision.
us
But you
in the
know
eye.
what? This is going somewhere, this story. I was talking to Roy Dupuis yesterday, and I had asked him a couple of years ago, and he said the next thing he wanted to do was sail around the world on his sailboat, which he's rebuilding. So I said, how's that coming? What happened? Have you done your sailing? And he said, no, I lost my crew. Oh, well, yeah. He said, my girlfriend was my crew. And he had been dating for years, or living with, Céline Bonnier, who is a very lovely, talented Quebec actress. She's in Unité 9, this show on Radio-Canada television
Oh, that's
right now.
the women prison thing.
Yes. So Céline Bonnier, film actress, theater, television. And I said, oh. And then I blurted out, can I ask you what happened? You guys were such a great pair. And he said, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. And he said, well, shit happens. We're still good friends.
It doesn't have anything to do with the women's prison.
No, it doesn't have anything to do. Well, who knows what it has to do.
Yeah, who knows? He didn't tell.
Who knows? He didn't
Could
tell.
be anything.
But I was
probably
kind
that.
of embarrassed, but I wasn't really going for the gossip. I was genuinely concerned about it. It's true. But sometimes you blurt out things. So then he told me, he fessed up that he's going hiking in the Himalayas. Anyway, I'll play a little bit of my conversation with Roy Dupuis here. How would you describe who you are in Rock, Paper, Scissors?
Well, he's, or used to be a doctor. He was banished from the profession because he did some bad things. We're not really sure what he did. It has something to do with playing, gambling, I would say, yeah. So right now, but he still is performing his profession, but for the Chinese mafia. And he's really not where he would have wanted to be in his life at the moment we find him in the movie. He has some very tough decision to make.
I was wondering how you were feeling being in a movie where the Chinese mafia is portrayed as such a bad thing. I was wondering about the political correctness of some of this. Did that bother you at all, or do you think about that?
Actually, I never thought about it, but it's a point that was brought to me a couple of times today by some media or journalists. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, it could be tough on them.
How much did it take you out of the character that you normally play, the romantic hero?
Well, I didn't, for the last couple of, I would say I've been playing a lot of different characters lately, from Général Dallaire to Maurice Richard to Mémoire affective to Manners of Dying, are pretty much all far away from the romantic character that I used to play. So it's just one other one. It's probably I don't think I've played any character that was in such a bad place. He's in deep shit, this character. I don't think I've played a character that was in so much trouble. That's basically what seems very different from the other characters I've played.
Have you been watching the Charbonneau Commission for inspiration or for getting into your character?
No, not really. But I've been watching the Charbonneau Commission. But no, I basically watched some clips of surgery on the internet and stuff like that. Pretty much, the rest was basically. I took my inspiration directly in the script, in the story.
What are you working on now?
Right now I'm on vacation. I'm going back to India for the third time for 2 months and a half. I'll be going from New Delhi this time to Calcutta, and making a little stop in Nepal to do some trekking for my 50th birthday.
So trekking for your 50th birthday.
Yeah, trekking. I really like the mountain. I like traveling, and the greatest moments actually I remember from all the travels I've done were often in the mountains. So now, and I've never been to the Himalayas, so.
Roy Dupuis, he's in a new Quebec movie, which is, I think people are going to really like this. Rock, Paper, Scissors comes out February the 20th.